Hello YouTube! We're on the Real Programming channel. It's about HTML and CSS. My name is Andrei. This is our 64th lesson. I greet you. We will talk about the element and its multiple personalities. And have you noticed that links act a little differently when it comes to style? Links are chameleons of the elements world because depending on the circumstance they can change their style at the moment's notice. Let's take a closer look. Here is a link you never clicked on before. This code is unvisited link or just link, and it's blue by default. And here is the link you have clicked on before. We call this visited links. Usually visited links are displayed in a different color than unvisited links, so that you can tell the difference. In most browsers, visited links are purple by default. And if you hold your mouse over a link without clicking, this is called hovering. On some browsers you'll see a tooltip that displays the text of the title attribute, and if you pay close attention on some web pages, you'll see a different style as you hover. Unlike other elements, the style of an element changes depending on its state. If the link has never been clicked on, it has one style, and if it has been clicked on another. And if you hover over a link, it can have yet another style. Perhaps there is more to style elements. That means the eye. You betcha. Let's take a look. How can you style elements based on their state? A link can be in a few states. It can be in visited or in the hover state, and a couple of other states too. So how do you take advantages of all those states? For instance, it would be nice to be able to specify what the visited and unvisited color are, or maybe highlight the link when the user is hovering over it, if only there were a way. Well, of course there is, but if we told you it involves using pseudo classes, you'd probably just decide you read enough for the night and close the book, right? But hold on, pretend we never say the word pseudo class, and let's just look at how you can style your links. Notice with the element have a followed by a colon, two dots followed by the state we want to select. Make sure you don't have any spaces in these selectors. A, G, A link won't work. Look on Sublime text. I will show you a link. This selector is applied to links when they are in a visited state, and this selector is applied to links when they are visited, and this selector is applied when you hover over a link. Exercise: add these rules to the bottom of your long CSS file and then save and reload long HTML. Play around with the links to see them in each state. Note that you might have to clear your browser history to see the unvisited color, green. And there are no dumb questions. What happens if you just style an element like a normal element like this? You certainly can do that, but then your links will look the same in all states, which makes your links less user-friendly because you can tell which ones you visited and which ones you haven't. What are the other link states you maintained? There are two others: focused and active. The focus state occurs when the browser focuses on your link. What does it mean? Some browsers allow you to press your tab key to rotate all the links on your page. When the browser comes to a link, that link has the focus setting. A value for the focus pseudo class is helpful for accessibility because those who need to use a keyboard to access a link as opposed to a mouse will know when they got the link right selected. The active state occurs when the user first clicks on a click. Can't my links be in multiple states at the same time? For instance, my link could be visited, have the mouse hovering over it, and the other could be actively clicking on it all at once. They sure can. You determine which style is applied by the ordering of your rules, so the right ordering is generally considered to be link, visited, hover, focus, and then active. If you use that ordering, you will get the results you expect. Okay, I give. What says a pseudo class? Only one of the most confusing words in the CSS language, but as you see, styling links is pretty straightforward. So let's talk about pseudo classes. Putting those pseudo classes work. Okay, let's be honest. You probably just learned the most important thing in this book, pseudo classes. Why? No, not because they allow you to style elements based on various classes your browsers decide they belong to, like to.link or to.firstChild. And no, not because they give you really powerful ways to style elements based on things that happen while your visitors are using your page, like to.hover. It's because the next time you're in that design meeting, you start talking about pseudo classes with a real understanding. You're going to move to the head of the class. We are talking promotions and bonuses at a minimum, the event aspect of your fellow web buddies. So let's put those pseudo classes to good use. You already added some pseudo class rules to your long CSS, and they had a dramatic impact on the look of the links. But you're probably not quite right for the long, so let's revert to the style a little. Okay, big change here. We're using the standard selector combined with the pseudo class. The first selector says to select any with unvisited A element that is nested in an element with the ID elixirs. So we're styling just the links inside elixirs. On this too, we're setting the color. For unvisited links, a nice aquamarine, and for visited links, we're using a dark gray. Now for the really interesting rule, when the user is hovering over the link, we are changing the background to red. This makes the link blue highlighted. When you pass the mouse over it, give it a try. Exercise. Open your long CSS and rework your link, a visited and a hover rules to use the new descendant selector and the new style definition. Save, reload, and turn the page. Test drive the links. When you reload, you should see some new style in the Elixir section. Keep it in mind. To see the unvisited links, you may have to clear your browser's history. Otherwise, the browser will know you visited these links before. Now, we got the green visited links. And a very cool red highlight when you hover over the links. Sharpen your pencil exercise. Your job is to give the detailed directions link in the long some style. Just like the Elixirs link, we want all unvisited links to be aquamarine and all visited links to be gray. However, we don't want the other links in the long to have any over style. That's unique to the Elixir. So, how would you do? Fill in the blanks to give the detailed directions link and any other links you made add the long later this style. Check your answer in the backend chapter and then make the changes in your long files. Isn't it about time we talk about the cascade? Well, we're quite far into this book, 457 pages to be exact. And we still haven't told you what the cascade in cascading style sheets is all about. Truth be told, you have to know a lot about CSS to fully understand the cascade, but guess what, you're almost there, so wait no more. Here's just one last piece of information you need to understand the cascade. You already know about using multiple style sheets to either better organize your styles or to support different types of devices. But there are actually some other style sheets hanging around when your users visit your pages. Let's take a look. First, there are the style sheets you written for your page. But some browsers also allow users to create their own styles for HTML elements. If your style sheet doesn't define these styles, the user style sheets is used instead. And finally, you already know that the browser itself maintains a set of default styles that are used if you don't define the styles for an element. These are also the styles that are used if you don't have any author on reader style sheets. And note that there is a way for a reader to actually override your styles. To do that, he puts important at the end of a property declaration. When the browser needs to determine which style to apply to an element, it uses all these style sheets. Priority is given first to the author styles, that is your styles, then to the reader styles, and then finally to the browser's default styles. The cascade, we'll talk about this in the next lesson. And this is our 64 lesson. It's over. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel. Please like, share with friends, comment, eat bananas, chocolate and nuts, drink more water for the effective work of our brains. Bye.